Hello everybody, my name is so5z and I've brought with me today Walden. And we're going to show you Illusion of Gaia Randomizer, wonderful game, wonderful randomizer of a Super Nintendo classic. European gamers will know it as Illusion of Time. It's the same game, it's just the US version of it. And we have a little experiment today. We're going to do a Sellout Bingo. You should already see the bingo card. If we during the run, you will have the chance to donate for goals, $3 a goal, or $10 a whole row if you want so. And I'm gonna match you. I'm gonna match every donation that's being made, and you can decide if I get an easy run of a wonderful game or if my run gets really, really terrible. Walden is gonna answer all your questions. Is gonna try to explain while we run the game, and if we don't meet the estimates, I will double up the board. So I guess it's up to you. So Walden, are you ready?
I am ready. Are you ready, Z?
I'm ready. Gaia 11. I like that name, by the way. Are you ready?
Ready, I've got the donation page up and loaded, and I am watching that total. So go ahead and get your donations in. Remember, $3 or more can claim a square that has to be done, and 100% of your donations go to Doctors Without Borders.
So everybody wins. Okay. Then let's get started in 3, 2, 1, go. Right, so we're playing what is called a safe start. We're starting somewhere on the world map in any of the towns. Right now we are in the native village, and this game is usually a very linear game. So in the randomizer, what we did is we split the game into different continents, and these continents consist of several locations. We don't have an overworld to travel, but we have travel options between the continents. So right now I am on the continent number 4, and my first goal of the randomizer will be to find travel options to get to other locations than continent 4. Also on the side I will try to find abilities. You can see my abilities in the tracker. I will need 2 will abilities to beat the game, which is the slider and the spin dash, and I will need 1 of the freedom abilities to complete everything in this game. So whenever you see me walk into these dark portals, it's usually for an ability check. And right now we're in the town and we're trying to find some items. Items in towns are usually hidden, or you talk to an NPC, or there are some fetch quests to be done. And while in the dungeons we usually have treasure chests. And right now I found my first travel item, which is the will, which is very nice, which allows me to move to continent 3. And I just found a crystal ball and a hope statue, which are both items I need for dungeons later. This is also my first hint that I can get. This person will give me a hint. The hint is gold ship has red jewel. I'm gonna keep that in mind for later. There are 11 hints in the game, but some of them are harder to get, considerably harder to get, and take a lot of effort, and I believe we have a bingo tile for that, isn't that right?
What was that one for, sorry, Z?
11, get 11 hints. I think
11 hints is indeed one. I was going to say, if people want some inspiration on tiles they want to make Z do, there is Defeat Mummy Queen on the board, which I have a feeling might be one of Z's least favourite bosses in the run.
We don't talk about Mummy Queen.
So if anyone wants some inspiration on what to buy him.
If anybody wants some inspiration on not to buy, I'm fair. Get 10 red jewels will happen naturally throughout the game. I'm probably just gonna finish that whether it gets donated or not, because that's just gonna happen. Red jewels are our pseudo currency in this game. There is an NPC in every town which is called the Tula, and whenever I donate a certain amount of red jewels, he will give me items for it. The items are of course randomized, the cost is randomized, only the last item is always the same. The last item is my secrets, which is the passage to the bonus dungeon and the bonus boss. But we'll get to that. I haven't talked to the Tula yet, but I might soon. Right now I'm turning in the will to this guy, and now we're on a new continent, a new city. This is Watamia. We're on continent 3 now. And we're gonna grab another hint, why not? Euro has hope statue, thank you hint, I know that already, we've already been in Euro. And this is our buddy Lance, he has a red jewel for us, which is very nice. And we also found our first fetch quest item, which is the Gorgon flower, which I have to take to the natives village to get an additional item if I so want. But right now we are waiting for the floating leaf to take us to our last item. So to finish the seed I will have to find 4 mystic statues, which ones are... Oh, we got a bug. That's not nice.
Ooh.
Thank you. That was lucky. So the leaf does not move if the other guy is standing on the leaf. So we had seeds where we had to reset because that guy was just chilling on this leaf for minutes. Luckily, he just moved away right straight up, so that's not a problem. This is Gem the Jeweler. I can look into the list and see what I can get. I get Hope Statues, Moo Palace Key, Protostone, Memory Melody. Ooh, that's not bad. So I'm gonna turn in my jewels. You also see on my tracker that I am collecting herbs. These are used for healing, but there's also a donation goal, which ignore that one. That's definitely not worth $3. I'm telling you. No.
That one is worth $30, and the fact
No,
he's
no,
giving
no,
it
no,
to you
no.
for
We don't-
$3 is an absolute steal.
We don't want that.
If no one donates for that one, I will do that myself personally.
You're just mean.
Just because I know the horror on Z's face.
So, what I didn't tell you all, I've brought in a little surprise. We are playing the hard mode boss, which is a randomizer only boss of the final boss fight, which is usually Dark Gaia and has 2 faces. Instead, we will be fighting Apocalypse Gaia, which has 5 faces, is a lot harder. And I want all my herbs for that fight. And I'm not kidding. I'm gonna use, there's 12 herbs in the game. I'm gonna burn through all 12 of them if things go worse. So, yeah. Please don't make me discard 5 herbs.
So for anyone joining us, a $3 donation lights up a bingo tile, and that means Z has to complete it during this run.
Meanwhile, we're in Angel Village. Enjoy the peaceful music because our peaceful times are done. We have checked all the city-like locations, and now we're hopping into our first dungeon, which will be the Great Wall of China. And in the Great Wall of China, we have enemies that hit pretty hard. This is usually the 4th major dungeon of the game, so these guys hurt a lot, especially since I'm running around in starting stats. The way stat upgrades work in the randomizer is you don't get stats by killing every enemy in one room like you do in the original game. Instead, you get 3 random stat upgrades whenever you kill a boss. That's actually not bad. It's not good. That was really not good. Ooh. Please don't kill me. There we go. So whenever I kill a boss, my stats will go up, but I'm very far away from the boss kills. Boss kills usually take certain items to get to that point, or in the case of the Great Wall, I need certain abilities to reach the boss. Like in this dungeon, I would need the Spin Dash and the Dark Freya. But somebody has been very kind to me even before this race started, because we are also playing a boss shuffle, which means the way I get to the boss rooms is the same, but the boss hiding inside these rooms might not be the same. So if you unlock the goal that says defeat Mummy Queen. It's not just like I know where Mummy Queen is and I can just go there and kill her. It's also that I have to find Mummy Queen first, before I can do anything. And I'm just killing some snakes along the way.
While Z was talking about potential tiles on the board, another one if people need some more inspiration. Talk to Kara's portrait after freeing her. The line that the game gives you is a line from a song, and knowing Z, he'll probably burst into song once that's been done, so
Oh, please don't make me sing on screen.
that could be an entertaining tile to purchase. There's also discarding Lance's letter without reading it, which would tell Z Kara's location. So for $6 you could be double mean to Z.
No, people are kind, people are nice, people just want to see a nice run of Illusion of Gaia.
$3 per tile, pink, or I think Z said $10 for a line.
$10 for a line. It all goes to a good cause, so I'm matching every donation.
So you're saying for $50 it's blackout?
I mean, yeah, technically.
That's a screaming deal.
I'm matching all the
That really
donations,
is.
by the way. So whatever you donate, I will also at the end of this run, because Doctors Without Orders is a very good cause that I fully want to contribute, and that's so. Yeah. If you want to make me suffer, or you just want to do something for a good cause, now would be the perfect time. I'm fighting my way through the Great Wall at the moment. I'm going to check another dark space. I'm playing on what's called the completable logic, so there are certain dark spaces that will not have abilities, but this is not one of them. Here we are, first read an ability. What do we get? It's Aura Barrier.
I was hoping for Earthquaker.
Ah. Earthquaker would have been better than Aura Barrier at this point.
No, you get an extra check in Sky Garden with Aura Barrier.
Yeah, that's true, that's true. So, if you see me die a lot on stream, don't worry. This game does not have a good way to save and quit, or an easy way to save and quit. Death warping are what we're constantly doing. So whenever I die and I don't make angry noises or scream in desperation, it's probably just a death warp. I'm probably just dying to get to the entrance of the dungeon again. We're gonna use that a lot once we reach continent. Once we reach continent 2. But at this point we had everything we could from the Great Wall, and now I went to the Tula. I got another Hope Statue, which means now I have 2, hooray. And I also have the Sea Palace Key, which I'm going to use. Is that a bingo tile, by the way? Oh, I'm gonna check the red jewels. So the red jewel, 10 red jewels. That's a freebie. I'm always gonna find these red jewels. There were 50 red jewels in the game, so the chances of not finding 10 red jewels were pretty slim. And it's a will ability. Oh my god, please be slider.
Don't worry, Dragon. Now Z has said that, I will point out every death that isn't an intentional death.
Oh no, it's Psycho Dash.
I'd like
Excellent.
to interrupt this broadcast and your Psycho Dash to report that Pink Batman has donated $6, saying, I am not nice, turning on defeat Mummy Queen and discard 5 herbs.
Oh
Excellent. Okay, so on the bingo board, the squares marked in blue are the ones he has to do. And when they turn green and blue, that means he'll have done them.
I think you can also just click on them again to get the blue away.
I can also do that. We'll do
Yeah,
that.
we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Right, so while I was getting kissing goodbye my 5 herbs mentally, I found 2 items that are super important. I found Lola's letter. Lola's letter is another travel item, which will let me travel from continent 3 to the continents 2 and 1, which is great because there's lots of things that I can do, and the dungeons are a bit easier because it's the earlier in the game. And I also found the magic dust, and the magic dust I need to free Princess Kara. Princess Kara in the vanilla game is locked in a painting at some point of the story. In the randomizer, she's still locked in a painting, but the painting is now in a random locations. There are 5 minor dungeons without a boss at the end, but any of these 5 minor dungeons can have Princess Kara at the end of it. So if there's one item that's called Lance's Letter, which tells me exactly where she is, but if I get the donation, the bingo tile, don't read Lance's Letter, I will, worst case, I will have to look at every of those 5 locations until I find her. Right.
I also have another donation that just came in from Floha.
Oh,
hey
boy.
Z, I heard you really like your friends. And if you do, then could you please talk to all of your friends in the Seaside Palace?
Oh, I've just been there. Yeah. Mark that up. We'll talk to all my friends when I get there, when I get back there. Oh boy. Yeah, I've just been there, but I did not talk to my friends because it's a waste of time usually. We're now in South Cape, which is Continent 1. Again, we're going to the city first, picking up the items I get free, like this from my grandma. She gave me a red jewel, which is pretty nice. And we are going to go to the roof, because the roof has another dark space and has another hidden item in the bell, because of course there's an item in the bell. The dark space is empty, sadly, but that doesn't matter. And this is more red jewels, but we can do tons of stuff on this continent, and by tons of stuff I mean 2 things. We can go to the Moon Tribe and do the Moon Tribe challenge. Now that I have Psycho Dash, I have a way to deal damage to enemies other than just hitting them with my flute. And we're gonna use that to hopefully kill 2 of these guys right away. And not... oh, that one ran away. That's not good. Oh, it didn't run away far. Okay. We made it. Getting this item by killing all these enemies.
By the skin of your teeth.
I was doing that on purpose. I'm just gonna say that now. You can believe me or not. And
Yeah, we believe you, right, guys?
And I'm gonna get another hint. We're now in Edward's Castle. This is usually the first dungeon you go to. Sadly, I cannot visit the dungeon yet. I don't have the prison key. Dao has Monkey B. I have not been to Dao, so that's a useful hint, by the way.
Speaking of things that are useful, I'm just going to interrupt you once more and say that Anonymous has donated $10 and claimed the whole of Column 1.
Column 1.
Walk to Kara's portrait after freeing her, complete the snake game twice, learn spin dash, discard Lance's letter without reading it, and read 3 items.
Okay, I've already written 2 items of those 3. I've written the will, and I've written the Lola letter. So there's only one more thing I can read if I have to discard Lance's letter, which is the father's journal. So I'm now item locked behind 1 singular item. Hooray! Thank you, Anonymous, for your generous donation. And now...
I'm going to be honest, Anonymous was me. That's why I went quiet a couple of minutes ago.
Oh, yeah, you're fine. What you just saw was I was in a prison cell and there was no way out, but I went into the dark space, saved, and returned to my starting position. That's something I can do. Whenever I'm locked somewhere, or whenever I'm stuck, I can go into any dark space and go back to Native's village, which is my starting position in the seed. What? Somebody is talking in the background, or am I just imagining this?
I think Apple Tree may have accidentally unmuted.
Oh, no problem, no problem. Okay, so we're moved on continent 2, we got another hint. This is probably the last hint I will pick up, because all the other ones are so far out of the way, they're not worth picking up. We're going to get a couple more items. In the towns, like we said, they are hidden, so this jar has an item, but my inventory is full. How did that happen? So inventory management is a thing in this game. I have 16 slots. I can use rituals from my inventory, and you will see that the number in my tracker is going up. So rituals I can handle, but everything else is kind of a pain. These hope statues that I have in my inventory, for example, I can only put them down in specific location. Same goes for the hieroglyphs. I'm carrying 2 hieroglyphs right now. So if I don't reach a position where I can hand them in, pretty soon I'm going to run into some serious trouble.
So back to explaining what some of these tiles could mean for Z if someone were to purchase them. 2 of them on here are a psychological attack on Z. There's talk to a spirit to warp down Babel Tower. And those spirits are because if you start to do the boss rush and say get to the vampires, you can't beat them. Normally there would be no way of getting out of Babel Tower. So now there's a spirit put there to warp you to the bottom. And to use the warp, you have to admit that you're not brave enough to fight the monsters. So that would be a bit of a psychological attack on Z.
Not to mention it's a colossal time waste, because I have to run all the way up again, which takes me about 40 seconds to a minute, depending on how deep I am into Babel Tower.
So that could be a really fun one to get him to do. There's lots of time-wasting ones on the board as well.
Oh, don't tell him about the vampires.
Well, there is the vampires.
No.
People in chat have already noticed that one. I've already got you to do the snake game twice, so I'm hoping for a good 60 seconds there.
First I have to get to continent 5, which is a problem.
Now, we're talking about making Z waste time, because he has said that if he goes over his estimate of 2.5 hours, he will be matching the donations for the whole board. So, yeah, let's get him wasting time for a good cause.
Wasting time for a good cause, playing video games, sounds like a fun thing to do. Right now, I've discovered Continent 2, I'm back in the major dungeon. This is the dungeon that usually has a boss. You saw me put down one of my crystal balls in the middle of this room. If I find 4 crystal balls, I can reach the boss room. I don't know which boss is inside. You hear the original music of the dungeon, because I'm playing on a harder difficulty, so I don't get music hints. And my inventory is full again. Why is my inventory full again? I disagree.
Hey, you could throw away some herbs.
I only have 3. I need to wait until I have 5. And this is also the place where I death warp the most, because this is 4 individual rooms, and I can just death warp at the end of each of them. I'm not going into room 2, because room 2 I need Dark Freya. So I hope I find Dark Freya somewhere in here, because this place does not only have 7 items I can get, this place also has 4 dark spaces I can check. So while I'm getting items and trying to get to continent 5, which is the last continent I'm missing, I'm also going to see... Oh, that's my 4th herb. So 5 herbs is about half, because usually you don't find all 12 of them. Usually I'm lucky to have 10. By the way, this room usually takes about 2 minutes if you do it vanilla, but like you just saw, I just jumped up the ramp instead. I'm used a jump attack at the right time to basically pass the riddle of this room. This is a speedrun tactic, as well as hitting the switch with a timed jump attack. We're using a lot of speedrun tactics, you know, from the any percent run or the 100% run, but we are also going to use a lot of randomizer specific stuff, because we will have abilities at points where the vanilla game usually don't have access to them yet. Like, I'm going to use Aura Barrier in the next room. Usually in this dungeon you don't have Aura Barrier, so there's no way for you to use it. Trying to point all of those out as I'm doing it, and right now I'm just going through the motions. I'm trying to find all of the dark spaces because, like I said, I need 3 abilities. Sadly, the 2 abilities I found are neither of the ones I need. So I really have to start looking deep. I was not going for that run glitch. So, in here is a dark space, but it's very, very far out of the way, so it's kinda a pain to get there, but maybe it pays off.
While Z's run into this dark space, another bingo tile that will definitely cost Z a couple of
Spin
minutes,
dash,
if not
spin dash.
more.
Yes! That is spin dash. So that's my first required ability, as well as a bingo goal. You go on, Walden. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, a bingo tile that will lose Z quite a bit of time is get to the 5th hieroglyph using Freedom.
Oh my god.
That requires using Earthquaker a few times to make blocks fall from the ceiling, and each cycle must take at least 15-20 seconds. So that will lose a good chunk of time.
What also
That would be
loses
well
a lot
worth
of
a $3
time.
donation.
What also uses a lot of time is I've been through that dark space, but I found a will ability there. At dark spaces that have abilities, I cannot go in to transform. So I need freedom for this room, but the dark space only gave me a will ability. So sadly, I have to run out of the room, go back to room 3, which I'm already finished, transform into freedom, and now run back into room 4, and hopefully not get hit on the way so I don't die. And we are now using Aura Barrier, which is not intended. Usually you're supposed to use Dark Freya here, but since I don't have it, I can use Aura Barrier. This is the only point in the randomizer where Aura Barrier is actually useful.
Aura Barrier can be useful in Mount Cress, right?
Aura Barrier can be useful in Mount Cress. It was found out that the game has the ability to do something that's called a sprite overload. Mount Cress is an area that has a lot of enemies, so a lot of sprites on screen. With Aura Barrier, you also create more sprites, so you can trigger a sprite overload, and that can be used to warp yourself to any place in the room. That's been found out maybe a year and a couple of weeks ago. So 3 new categories sprouted from that, which is the credit warp any percent run, and the beat stuck Gaia run, which warps you to the last boss fight, or the all bosses run, which warps a whopping 3 times, and yeah, takes you to all the boss rooms, going from that warped location. Pretty cool, pretty amazing to see. Sadly, we can't use it in the randomizer because the warp is very specific on your Y position on the map. You can manipulate it in the vanilla game, but in the randomizer, these connections are also randomized. So while I could perform the wrong warp, I would not know where I'm going to get warped. So I would have to find out all the possibilities, and yeah, I'm faster doing the run. Okay. Sadly, this dark space also doesn't have my Dark Freya, so we'll have to keep looking. We're gonna do one more Death Warp, and then we're going to leave this place. Why is no one going for the nice goals? There's such a nice goal. Make the dog wave its tail. Everybody likes dogs, right?
I mean, pet the dog. That is a strong one.
Make the dog wave its tail. So that just wastes about 10 seconds. So why that's a nice one too. If you want
I
to
mean, it's probably closer to 2 seconds, but
Okay, we're going
Climb a
into...
ladder as Shadow is an interesting one because Shadow doesn't have a ladder climbing animation, so he just uses his flying animation.
strange things happens when Shadow climbs ladders. In certain points, he just climbs to the floor and doesn't stop. Is there a bingo goal for the diamond mine? I don't think so, right? Right, so
I don't
I'm
remember.
in the diamond mine right now, which is one of the miner dungeons, so Princess Kara could be here. Oh my god, I found both Rama statues and both Hope statues. This is going to be an early move seed, isn't it?
You know where Slider's gonna be, don't you?
On top of Babel, of course.
I was gonna say Vanilla.
Oh, vanilla would be great at this point.
You'll still have to do most of Mew without it.
Yeah, so in case you're not familiar with randomizers, if an item or a ability is in the same location, then in the original game we speak of vanilla checks. So whenever I mention vanilla, then I mean that the randomizer should have switched that position somewhere else, but it just happened to be the same. That's another red jewel from the guy that's locked inside the wall. I don't know how he got there. It's kind of dark that there would be a guy locked inside a wall, but here we go. This is Illusion of Gaia.
Well, he's been forced to mine, isn't he? I think it was meant to be a cave-in.
It's not a cave-in, it's punishment, actually.
Oh.
Yes. And in this room, I'm going to do another randomizer sequence break. In this dungeon, usually you don't have spin dash, so getting up these ramps is usually very difficult. But since I have spin dash, I will use the spin dash to kinda cheese the riddle of this game and just spin up this ramp to get to this guy, who will give me another item, which is a strength upgrade. Do we have a bingo goal for a strength upgrade? I don't think so, right?
We do not. No.
And break all the barriers in the diamond mine has also not been met, so I don't have to do that either and waste even more time. Hooray me! I mean, I'm gonna break some barriers in the back, but I'm not going to the whole dungeon and breaking every single barrier. That would just waste so much time. And now we're at the end of this part of the dungeon. There is a second part, but that is locked behind some keys. An elevator key and 2 mine keys. I don't have either of them. Oh, there's my slider. Phew. So now I have all the important will abilities. And now I can go into Moo.
And that means you can stop checking dark spaces in towns?
Yes indeed, but I still need Dark Freya. I don't have Aura, I don't have Crystal Ring, so early Firebird is out of the question for now. So I will have to keep checking dark spaces. Okay.
Not in towns though, this isn't Chaos Logic, is it?
This isn't Chaos Logic, no. I think I've checked all the towns already.
Oh.
The only town I'm missing is Dao and Babel, I think.
And Angel Village?
No, I've been to Angel Village. I've been down there. Check the item, check the...
No, not Angel Village, sorry, Itery.
Oh yes, Itery. Okay, so since nobody wants to see the dog wag his tail, we're just gonna move on. And how about we do another bingo goal? I have to talk to all my friends in Sea Palace, so let's do that. Waste some time, why not? So, story-wise, at this point of the game, our friends have been trapped in this palace because evil vampires took away part of their souls, and which means they don't look normal anymore, they look this transparent. And when you defeat the vampires, they turn normal again, in the usual story. In the randomizer, they just turn normal again when you find the purification stone, which I don't have. Which is good, because I can talk to all my friends. That was Eric, who was asking for his mommy to save him. It's a theme. He does that multiple times in the game. And since there's 2 more friends that have been transformed, we need to climb down a little deeper. So we are going to climb down here, and find our friends Neil and Lance. Lance was also the buddy who already gave us an item. Neil will be more important later in the story. He will remember how to fly a plane and fly me through the world. But right now, let's go to my favorite dungeon. Oh, damn it. I need to toss my 5 herbs, right?
You do need to toss 5 herbs.
Oh boy. Doesn't say when I have to toss the 5 herbs, right?
No.
Could toss them at the end.
I think you'll be a good sport about it.
Fine. There we go. Discard herbs. Done. Whoops. That was a misclick. Let me correct that again. Discard herbs. There we go.
You need to check off your friends in Seaside Palace as well.
Talk to your friends in Seaside Palace. Correct. So this is Mu. This is a continent that's been flooded with water. So you only get a small portion of the game, and when you find hope statues, you can make that water disappear. This is my least favorite dungeon, and I also think this is a kind of a casual killer, because, yeah, at this point in the game, the difficulty really spikes. I luckily already have my slider, which allows me to take certain shortcuts, but it's still kind of a pain. There are these flashers that just appear and shoot laser at you, and they also can just appear randomly in the way you are running, so sometimes you just run into them, take damage. There's nothing you can do. They just appear right in your face. Here's a little cutscene that has been sped up for the randomizer. Our developer, Don't Begoo Me, has done a super nice job to kinda implement all these quality of life changes, like the queue in front of the store in Euro, which you've already seen me go through. Usually takes about 6 minutes. Mine took about 20 seconds because Begoo was nice enough to speed things up. A lot of little cutscenes have been sped up, and I'm finding red jewels, and I don't think I like it. Was there anything? Was there a travel item? Yeah, the memory melody was under red jewel, right?
Yeah, there was. It was quite high as well.
Ooh, so maybe that's not a Bellway string. So, that was Death Warp to get back to the start, because here at the start is another Room of Hope. So I'm going to put my second statue down here as well. Which will give me access to 4 more items in this dungeon. One item is hidden, a rare hidden item in the dungeon, and the other 3 are treasure chests. Another hieroglyph. Wow, all my inventory is clogged with hieroglyphs. No me gusta.
You're also going to get another dark space check.
Oh, I hope this is not going to have an ability. Come on.
Oh, that wouldn't be fun for you if Mummy Queen were to say behind there.
Oh, don't jinx it.
Oh, why would I want to do such a thing like that?
Oh.
I don't want to see you suffer, Z.
No.
I just want to see
Good content. Good content.
a great charity get an even bigger donation.
Uh-huh. Okay, I'm kind of happy because I'm finding herbs again. I'm already back at 7, so I have 2 extra. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you were on 6 when you threw them away.
So I threw one away that I didn't have to throw?
Pretty sure. I didn't say anything because good content.
That's a shame. But people are definitely, obviously more interested in gameplay than in making me suffer, which is nice. Thank you very much. Okay, don't be an ability. Don't be an ability. Oh, thank God. Okay, we could check the boss right now, but I kind of want to check the last item in here. The last item is pretty far out of the way. But, yeah. I want to see it. Because, why not?
So while Z's on the way to the last item, for anyone that has joined us recently, this is buy a tile bingo. So for $3 you could buy one of the tiles that's left. The blue ones are the ones that people have bought. Green are tiles Z has completed. And if we can make Z take longer than the 2.5 hour estimate, he is going to pay for all of the bingo board on top of the donations it receives.
Which is not going to happen, by the way.
Well, we're doing our best. We're doing our best to make it happen for you.
Oops.
But there are some good tiles on here to make him lose time. There are some good tiles on here to make his life difficult. And there's some feel-good tiles on here, like giving the dog a pet to make it wag its tail. And it's all going to Doctors Without Borders. And I think he's nearly at his item.
Oh, and I did not die. Thank you. It was a red jewel. It was not worth. Okay. We are going to check our first boss. Like we mentioned before, this is boss shuffle. So I don't know which boss I will be facing.
While you find out what boss you're facing, Anonymous has donated $5 and says, I choose jumping down and offending people. So I think that's offend two women by jumping down in front of them.
Oh.
Excellent.
Good choice. Good choice. Yeah, that's another one of these time waster goals. Doesn't really unlock anything. It's just...
So an excellent tile now to make Z waste time is break all the barriers in Diamond Mine, because he's already gone through that whole section.
Don't tell him
you make
that!
him do it again for absolutely no reason other than
tell
to
him
fill
that.
your bingo tile. So I'm putting that one out there. That's
Okay.
an excellent $3.
It's boss time, and my boss is... Kastov! Nice. So, Kastov is usually the first boss you face. He's not very difficult. He wants to grab you, you hit his hands, then he looks angry at you, you hit him in the face, and rinse and repeat, and at some point he dies. Since I'm doing this fight as Will, it's gonna take me a bit longer. Boss damage in this game is hard-coded. Will only deals 1 damage to bosses, and bosses are hard-coded to have 40 HP, so Will have to whack this bad guy 40 times. Sadly, you can only get so many hits in before the time runs out. Don't die. Please don't die. Thank you. So I'll have to recycle this, so 1 more phase and we'll be done. And there's a first boss kill. You saw how my stats went up. My HP went up from 9 to 15. My defense went up from 0 to 1. These are my stat upgrades that I got. And you guys are going to get another freebie because I'm grabbing my 1 Mystic Statue, which is column 5, row 1. I'm just gonna do that for free because I'm a nice guy and I actually want to finish the seed.
Gonna hop in here real quick. No, you don't have to panic. It's not another donation making you do a terrible goal. I'm just gonna sign off here and hand it over to the next set of hosts. MB is here and ready, and it looks like fellow co-host Zet is gonna be coming in as soon as they figure out some technical issues. So I've been Gaia 11. Have a good one, everyone.
And I've been Lego. Really, they're capable hand.
Thank you.
Thank
very
you,
much,
Gaia
Frosty.
and Lego. Hello, my name is Just Call Me MB. I'm not gonna distract from this awesome randomizer any longer, though. So let's enjoy.
Okay, so the first boss is dead. Actually, I can I can do the Ancient Village dungeon, right? Yes, I can. Huh, is that a good place to go right now? I don't think so, because my inventory is too full. I need to get rid of items first. So we're going to talk to the jeweler, see if we can get something cashed in. We are at 26 and counting, so I'm still going to get a couple of items. There's my memory melody, that's what I was hoping for. So we are going to go to the 5th continent now, and we are doing so by reminding our friend Neil how to ride his plane. We're going to play the memory melody to Neil, which is also one of the nicest soundtracks in the game, so enjoy. And he will be able to fly us to continent number 5, which is the last continent we were missing. And here we are in Euro. DAO, I'm sorry. I'm confused. So we were getting 2 items from this nice guy. We're going to pick up one more hint because it's not too far out of the way. Samlet has black glasses, and there is Lance's letter. As per the rules, I cannot read this. I have to toss it without reading it. Bye bye, Lance's letter. And since we're here, I might as well play the snake game. Oh, 50 seconds.
How many times are you going to play that snake game?
I'm gonna play that snake game twice because it's so much fun. So you play the snake game usually once and you get a prize, but you can play it as many times as you want because you can already also try to beat your score. So let's see how my high score goes and if I can beat it. And I'm still looking for that one item so I can read 3 items.
It'll be behind Killer 6, I hope you know that.
No. We had a hint about it actually.
Ah.
Anne has the journal.
Ah.
So that's actually a pretty good
And
time
you
to
have
do
the
that.
apple.
I've got the apple. So we got 77, we got a red jewel, but I want to beat the 77. Give me one more round. 50 seconds of content. I'm also doing the hit a snake. I'm going to, after this, I'm going to check out the hit a snake, because that's what I'm obviously doing right now. You get that one for free as well, because I'm nice.
You'll probably get used the Gorgon flower for free as well.
Shh! I'm delaying it on purpose, so maybe I can get a donation for it. Shh!
It's not in the rules seed system, but I would allow it.
What would you allow?
Another $3 donation to make you do the snake game again.
Why do you hate me so much? Who asked this anyway? Why do you hate me so much? Okay, I played the snake game twice. I hit a snake. So now we're going to fly to Europe because there's a lady who loves apples and she's gonna give me a nice item for it. So I'm gonna hand in my apple from my inventory, and now in the tracker you see there's the girl next to the apple, so I used it. And I'm going to read the 3rd thing. I had the Loda's letter, I had the will, and now I have read the father's journal. So read 3 items achieved.
Oh wow, you're nearly through my column. Just need to find Kara
Need
now.
to find Kara, yeah, and I have already a pretty good idea where she might be. But first I need to get rid of some stuff in my inventory. There's tons of hieroglyphs in there right now that I don't need. So do I have the goal for keeping the journal in my... No, I don't. So we're going to the pyramid. The pyramid is a special dungeon because I cannot access the most part of the pyramid without the aura. So the only thing I can do at this point is open up this dark space. Oh, I get a strength upgrade. That's one of the random upgrades I talked about. Strong prop grid is not as useful, but I'll take it. At this point, I'll take everything. And Gaia is gonna give me another herb. Thank you, Gaia. But what I can do in here is I can turn in certain things. I can talk to this nice fella in the top room. He will take my father's journal, so it's out of my inventory. Now in the tracker at hieroglyphs, you see that the birds have changed into the actual order of the hieroglyph. It's randomized each seed, of course. And now I know where to place these hieroglyphs to get them out of my inventory. And if I find 3 more hieroglyphs to have all 6 of them, I unlock another boss room. And I have to find the Mummy Queen at some point. So, yeah. Huh. Wonder how we're gonna do that. And okay, fine. I will use the Gorgon Flower for free. You're welcome. The Gorgon Flower I can use to turn these statues into real girls again. And one of them gave me an item and it was nothing. Ah, the things I do for charity. Okay. We have 2 mushroom drops, we have spin dash. Let's go to Wilden's favorite dungeon, Mount Cress.
Not a fun dungeon.
No.
It's not too bad when you have Slider.
Yeah. Mount Cress is a pretty tough dungeon because the enemies are super aggressive. You have enemies that move around in random patterns, that shoot stuff at you, spiders that spit at you and move in your way. You have these fairies that summon fireballs if you let them. And you don't have much place to move because you can only walk along these vines. And you usually don't have enough space to dodge anything. So either you have to be super fast and just dodge everything by being faster, or you have to, at certain points, use spin dash to spin through the enemies. Because while you use spin dash, you're invincible, and you also deal damage to the enemies. So we're going to use spin dash here to kill this one guy, to open up a shortcut for our way back. And we are going to get an item, oops, which is a red jewel. Fine, I'll take a red jewel. Ooh. No, don't hit me. Bad spider. Don't die. People are watching. Don't die now. Yeah, as you can see, we have 1 defense upgrade, so we take less damage than before, but these things still hurt. And it's not fun. So we're going to spin for the win. We're also getting a nice burst of speed every time we use the spin dash, and we are going to kill these spiders because they are in the way, and I don't want them to be in the way. Nice side effect you get from going here is not only do I get items, I can also use items out of my inventory. Specifically, I can use the mushroom drops. There are certain vines that have been broken, and with the use of the mushroom drops, I can repair the vines and unlock deeper parts of the dungeon. And also, I can find up to 3 dark spaces in here. Did I go in the first one? I don't think I went into the first one. Right? No, I went in. I went in. So, I'm still looking for my last hidden ability, and I hope I will get it.
You have 2 mushroom drops, right? You can check the last time.
I can check all the dark spaces, yes. I cannot check the end of the dungeon, where Kara might be. But I can check the last remaining dark space. I'm gonna take a little safety here. I'm going to spin dash here to make this guy... Wow, I never had this pattern before. To kill this guy, because he's gonna get in the way when I come back to this room. You already saw the broken vine. I could move on, but I want to do the side room because I want that item. And I'm going to spin dash a lot because there are tons of these fairies, and the fairies are super annoying because they can fly and they follow me all across the screen. So I really have to be either fast enough so they don't catch up, or I need to kill them and when they are all on screen and all summoning the fireballs, I have lag. And when I have lag, I'm almost certainly going to die. Okay, the next room is the room where you could trigger the wrong warp. We could trigger it, I have the aura barrier, but like I said, it's no use for the randomizers. So instead I'm going to kill a couple of spiders, not because they're in the way. That's also a reason, but also just to remove the number of sprites that are in this room, so that I don't lag out at the end and I can move a bit more safely. This is also the room where the game could just crash. Oh, please be Dark Freya. Come on, be a pal. Yes! Thank you, game.
So I'm going to take a second just to read a donation.
Yes, please, always
that you
donation.
might want to hear, maybe not. It is from Anonymous. It's a $3 donation saying, "Can I donate so that you do the snake game again?" So I'm not sure exactly when that was read, if that means you need to do it a third time. But what we're seeing here is that our viewers have the power.
They have the power.
You can put your donation towards many things, character choices in our upcoming games, like Terraria and Super Jet Set Radio and Super Monkey Ball. So if you want to get your donations in, they go for a good cause, and you get to punish the players.
Yes, indeed. So I found an ability which is nice. I found an item which was not so nice. Do I really have to play the snake game again? Waste more time?
Yeah, you do.
Walden said I have to, so...
Z asked me to help him commentate this. What he really didn't understand was what he was actually asking me to do is make his life a living hell. But here we are.
The things I do for charity. Okay, so 81 was the last record, right? So let's do this again, because everybody loves snake games.
Oh, it's better than a 50-second snake game.
3 times a 50-second snake game.
I was going to say a 60-second snake game.
And the great thing is you can combine 2 things. You can combine making my life miserable and getting a cool donation. You can grab a name for Chat Set. You can choose the player in Chat Set Radio and make me do another bingo goal in the same donation. There's no limit on that. I don't think this is gonna be 81. No. Okay. Where to go, where to go, where to go? We're going to Angkor Wat, I think.
Ooh, lovely.
Because Angkor Wat is a nice dungeon, and Kara could be at the end of Angkor Wat. Also, I can show you another speedrun strategy, which is called the Earthquaker skip, unless I find Earthquaker on the way.
And you can do Earthquaker skip.
Yeah, but at this point I have to do Earthquaker skip. So what the game wants you to do is go out of your way, go to a side room, pick up an ability, and then run back into the main room and use that ability to stun an enemy. Speedrunners said, no, we don't want to waste time. So they found a way to use Dark Freya to hit the enemy off screen and switch the skip the side room, basically. I'm gonna show that to you soon, but before I go there, I have to go through one room. That's the bane of every speedrunner's existence, and that is the garden. Because the garden has flies, and flies in this game are terrifying. They are super fast. They move basically random. So there's no real way to dodge them. And they hurt like hell. So yeah,
Everyone loves flies.
everybody hates.
Haven't you done a seed Z where every enemy in this was a fly?
Yeah, don't remind me. I still get nightmares from it. So having flies is terrible because you can just run by and they don't hit you, or you can get triple hits and you basically are helpless. So many... Oh, there was another empty chest. At least I got those out of the way. Oh, I should have checked the boss location before I went in here. Well, too bad now. I'm committed. So we're an hour into the run about, so let's see what we already have. We already have one mystic statue, which is nice. We already have a couple of items. We have all of our necessary abilities. We have access to all the continents. So this is going pretty well so far. I can't complain. Except for playing the snake game maybe one or two times too much.
A 50-second snake game playing it once is too much, in my opinion.
Nah, the item could be important behind it.
I mean, it could be, and you have to do it, but you know, the best seeds for me are the 10-second snake games.
So that was the first fly that hit me, which is... Oh my god, what am I doing? Don't run into the bush. Leaves me alone. Okay. So I'm scared. I'm gonna kill the enemy that's going to distract me before I do the earthquake escape. So
don't worry, Floheart. I have some sneaky tactics in my back pocket. I can't say them too early because I don't want Z to know them. But when they're ready, I'll let all of chat know for you. I'm thinking tactfully how we can get this done.
You're just gonna make me. So I'm gonna line up my shot now. You saw the enemy health bar appeared, but the enemy was not on screen. I'm gonna have to do that 3 more times. I think. 3 or 2.
Yeah, I think you need 3 more hits.
Oh. Did I trigger him already?
You've hit once.
I think I triggered him. Yeah, I pushed him away too far. Okay, I was too far to the left. So I messed it up. I need to reset and do it again. Not a big deal. That enemy that I killed stays dead, but now I'm just gonna line myself up a bit further to the right. That was good. That was the second. No! He survived on 1 HP. There we go. Now he's dead, and now I can pass through this. What would appear, there would be one of these stone golems, and I messed it up. I died. Messed up the iframe dash, and you know what? I'm back at the garden.
Yeah,
That's a painful death.
you earthquake skip again.
Yes, I have to do everything again.
By the way, that was an unintentional death. That wasn't a death warp.
Shh.
I promised Dragon I would point it out after you said that most of your deaths would be death warps. Sorry, Z.
Yeah, that was definitely a death warp. I just want to always show you all earthquake skip again. So what I wanted to do was to attack the enemy and then just run through him. But yeah, I messed it up, so that's what I get for trying to show off here. Stay away from me! Fly! Ooh. Ooh, that was not good. Gonna pick up one more. Nope. Fly stayed out of my way. So we're gonna take care of this guy again because I don't want to reset again. This guy usually stands in my way. And we're going to do this again. I know it looks a bit complicated, but it's actually super easy. Oops. Unless you shoot into the right direction. One more hit. Wait, did I mess it up again? No, I didn't. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to use the fact that this dungeon is so large that even Quintet said we have to have save points in between. You saw me die. I did not respawn at the start of the dungeon. I respawned in the garden. This game has save points in between. I just activated another of the save points. Now I'm going to backtrack and pick up an item. And then I will death warp, which will take me forward, so to speak. It will take me back into that room. The reason why I'm doing that is when you death warp, you transform back into Will. And I will need Will in the next couple of rooms. So it is faster to just backtrack and death warp than to run through this room as Freedan and look for a dark space where you can transform. Basically, that's the whole reason. And also I can use spin dash to get a little boost of speed. This dungeon, except for the garden, is actually super chill because it's on rails. Well, once you figured out how the enemies move, they will always move the same way, and you can just kind of know exactly where you have to be and where the enemy will be at any given point. Except for the flies. The flies are a pain, and nobody likes the flies, and we don't talk about the flies anymore because now I don't have to. And I'm just right now showing off a bit. This is our equivalent of a dark... What? Oh my god. No, I'm not showing off. I'm messing up. This is our equivalent of a Zelda dark room. In this room there's a bright light, so I can't see where I'm going, but I know where everything is usually, so I can navigate this room. What I could also do is use the black glasses or the sunglasses. Sadly, I don't have it right now, so these checks are out of logic at the moment, but I'm inside and I'm gonna pick them up anyway. The crystal ring is kinda okay, because that means I could get the hint in Babel Tower now if I really wanted to, but I don't think. I already skipped a couple of hints, so I would need to backtrack.
How are we looking for a new donation?
That would be excellent.
Don't
Awesome,
don't ask us. Just hand in these donations.
The politeness, the politeness.
No.
Excellent,
don't be polite,
because we do have a amazing $40 donation by Seed System.
No.
Thank you so much for this generous amount. And they say, I think you should fill the bingo board with some nice blue. Thank you very much for the $40 donation. I really appreciate that. Just want to remind everybody real quick, the next run after this one, we have Jet Set Radio Future, and you can choose a character. Currently, Poison Jam and Ruth are both sitting at number 1 with $5 each. Love Shockers is on a lonely number 3 with $1, and Rapid 99 hasn't received any dollars yet. So now is your time to make that change happen and also help us reach the magical $1,800 amount. Just $33 to go. Let's go.
Okay, I assume that was for the rest of the bingo tiles. So, oh god, I have to do stuff now.
I mean, Seed's actually done you a massive favour there, Z. What I really wanted to do was wait until you'd gone and done all of Ishtar's puzzles and left Angel Village. But then I was going to get someone to redeem fail one of Ishtar's puzzles for you.
Oh boy.
So Seed System has done you a massive favour there. I was going to be so mean with this.
Yeah.
I was really going to get this pushed past the 2.5 hour mark.
Oh boy. Okay, so thank you, Seed, I guess. I need to think. Okay, so 11 hints. I already skipped a hint or two, so I will have to backtrack and get a hint then.
Yes, that does mean you need to get all 11 hints now.
So I need to get back to the gold ship, because on the gold ship there is a hint. So I need to go back to Mu, where Castoff was, because that's the only way I can get back to the gold ship, right? Right.
Left. It's a good thing you're running this, see?
Hmm?
It's a good thing you're running this. I would have tried to go to Incan Ruins to get back to Castoff.
Oh boy. So, what did we also get? Defeat Mummy Queen, defeat Sandfanger, defeat the vampires with timer, and defeat Viper. So that cast of kill didn't help me at all.
What
Nice.
did Gold Ship have?
Gold Ship had a red jewel.
It's not even as if the item helped you, really.
No. So, I have to go all the way back here again, because that hint that I skipped, sadly, is right here on the gold ship. There's a queen, and she's gonna tell me something. Buffy has a teapot. Oh, that's actually not bad. Because I can get Buffy. So I still... Oh no, I have to go back to the diamond mine now, right?
Yeah, you've got to go and break all of those barriers.
Oh boy. So I already broke the barriers in the back end, which is okay.
Floha, you can watch and pray. And maybe donate another $3 to make him do the snake game again.
Oh, but I'm gonna do this
No,
snake games.
don't donate another $3 for the snake game. I think we've made him do it enough times.
Oh boy. At least I can go to Ancient Village now without being scared. So I'm gonna do that first. There's also another hint down there. I'm gonna just drop off my red jewels real quick. What's missing? 42 for the secret dungeon. I might not need the secret dungeon, except there might be an ability. Oh boy. So all my rounding now just vanished, because now I have to do stuff. Oh boy. Okay. I play this randomizer a lot, so I know kind of certain things that I just know by looking at the seed that are not obvious. We got a hint about a mine key earlier, which means I know where Princess Kara is going to be, because mine keys are only mentioned in hints if they are important items, and they are only important items if Princess Kara is locked in the diamond mine. So I know where
They're in
Princess...
what's considered a trolley location, of course.
I don't think so, because it says Dao had a mine key, and Dao is not a trolley location.
Then, no, you're absolutely correct.
Also, I'm not playing on the hardest difficulty, because on the hardest difficulty I would not have hints. So I kind of have to play on the second hardest difficulty, so I can get the hint bingo goal. But that also means that boss shuffle is not as random as we might guess. For example, the boss in the bonus dungeon will always be vanilla, so there would be Solid Arm in there. And that also means that Mummy Queen cannot be at any given location, because Mummy Queen is a hard boss fight, so it can't be in boss locations where I could only reach the boss as Will. Which means I know Mummy Queen is not going to be in the Great Wall, Mummy Queen is not going to be at the end of Babel Tower. So right now we're doing the puzzles. We got another hint, which was useless because I knew that already. And I need to fail a puzzle. So the idea is you go into one room, you go into a second room, you find the difference. But silly me, I messed it up. Oh, shame. I have to go to the first room again. And...
Now make sure you take a proper look this time, Z.
Oh, I did it. So I failed one of Ista's puzzles. These puzzles have also been randomized, by the way, so it's not the same every run. It's depending on the difficulty, the things that have been added are kinda more or less obvious. That's a crystal ball. That's very nice. So don't worry if I'm a bit faster than you. I know the patterns. I know the things to look out for. So I can usually do it super fast. I found all the differences. And to prove that, Ishtar now has a treasure chest for me. Here we go. And it's a red jewel. Okay. Fine. Give me your red jewels. But I also got the elevator key, which is very nice. Because that means now I have the items to finish up the diamond mine. I told you I need the elevator key and the mine keys to open up some doors. I have those now, so we are going to death warp the hell out of here. And we are going to climb out of Angel Village, which always takes a bit. And then we are going to do two goals now. We are going to talk to Princess Kara soon, to the portrait. And we are going to break the last remaining barriers in the diamond mine. At least be somewhat time efficient. What's my timer? 1:15, right? About?
Yes, 1:14:20.
Okay, I can still do this. I mean, of course I can still do this. I mean, this is not gonna... I'm not getting nervous or anything. Not at all. It's just hot, that's why I'm sweating. Oh, we can make the dog wag its tail. Pay close attention. If you blink, you miss it. There we go. Good dog. Wags his tail. Very, very nice. Good dog. We're going back to the diamond mine. Sadly, I have to run all the way to the back to break one of the barriers. You saw me kill certain enemies to make an orb appear. These orbs, they exist in nearly every dungeon. They open passages. Some are essential, some are not as essential. Like, here is one of the barriers, which is... which only breaks this door, this wall, which is not important. And usually we are cool, meaning we don't look at explosions. We just trigger them and then we walk past. Sometimes you see me hop into the menu for a split second before I run past the explosion. That is to update the game. I can, if I open the menu real quick, the game state updates, so the animation is still running, so the explosion is still going on, but the door is already open. So sometimes it looks like I'm running through a closed door, or I'm running straight through a wall. That's not the case. I just sped the game a little bit by hopping into the menu for a second. And we need to break one more barrier. I broke all the barriers in the back room. I've broke all the barriers in the middle room. There's one more left that I can break, which is this one. By killing this guy, I can break this barrier. And now the barriers are all broken. Did I miss one, Walden? I don't believe so.
Not that I saw.
I'm going to take that as break all the barriers. Where are you? There you go. And now I can go back. And there was one door we walked past. We're going to need this elevator key here to open the door. And we're going to ride the super safe elevator, which is also the fastest elevator of this dungeon. The vanilla elevator is way slower than this. This is another bonus feature added by Don't Begumi. And now we can open this door without the remaining two mine keys. And look at that. There's Kara and there's Samlet. Hi, Samlet. Thanks for the black glasses. I will also never forget you. And as per tradition, we have to talk to the picture. Hurry, boy, she's waiting there for you.
Gonna take what, Z?
It's gonna take a lot to take me away from you. There's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do. I bless the rains down in Africa. And now I'm gonna stop before anybody gets bleeding ears from my terrible singing.
The viewer counter only went down by 50. You're all right.
Very good.
It didn't really. You're fine.
Okay, we're gonna pick up the last item here. I was so hoping you would join in, by the way.
Yeah, I know you were.
The things I do for
I can't really sing.
the things I do for charity. That doesn't stop you when we're racing.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take one more death warp. The death warp.
Ashura, we still need to hit 180, so absolutely. You can donate to make Z sing more. We'll make sure he does it.
Oh my god. Don't make me sing the troll song when I'm doing Trollfänger.
Well, that sounds perfect.
Oh my god. What am I doing next? That's as far as my thinking. Oh, I can get the, no, I can't. But I can get the 2 items. I don't have the aura yet, so I cannot go very far into Babel Tower, but I can get the 2 items. And maybe the aura is in here. No, that's a strength upgrade. What am I missing? Oh, I have the ice cube. It's such a hot day and I didn't see I have the ice cube.
The ice cube?
The ice cube, aka the diamond block. Looks like an ice cube, doesn't it?
Oh, right, okay.
Okay, I'm locked again, so I'm going to do another save and quit. Takes me back to Native's village. Can I do something? Oh, talk to Parasporter after freeing her. Of course I did that. We are going back to Continent 1 and we are going to the Inca Ruins next. The Inca Ruins are the first dungeon with a boss usually, but we're going here there pretty late, so they are not as challenging. And we are going to show off another glitch in there, the Inca ladder glitch. With that we're going to skip a lot of the game, but first we have to do some boring stuff, like getting 2 treasure chests and hearing the song of the singing statue. This is also a dungeon where a boss could be. I currently only have 1 item for this dungeon, which is the diamond block. I'm still missing a wind melody and 2 Inca statues to be able to reach the boss. But just with the diamond block I can get 5 items out of this place, so this is definitely worth going here right now. So I'm going to put down this block. I mistimed it, so I have to wait for the animation to start. But I'm not gonna wait for all these blocks to fall down. We are going this way. I'm taking damage on purpose, mostly on purpose right now, because I want to death warp pretty soon, and these enemies don't deal much damage to me. So I have to make sure my health is sufficiently low so that my death warp doesn't take too long. So there's some convenient enemies you can just take a hit here and there. Like this one, doesn't waste much time. What I'm also gonna do is I'm going to open a shortcut that takes me back to the start. So when I death warp, I just have to jump down here and don't have to run through all of the room again. If I had the aura, I could do the Shadow Clamsel ladder here. I have Sky Gardener's backup, I guess. So... And we're also doing the golden tile puzzle right now, which means there are 4 golden tiles. I'm just gonna kill this one just in case, marathon safety and all. And I need to, usually you would use your telekinesis to move 3 of these statues into the right position and then stand on the 4th one yourself. What you also can do is activate this guy, so that he stands on the tile even while he's active. That guy usually has to be moved 15 tiles, and having him move and manipulating the way he moves is way faster, so that's what we do. And I have way too much HP. I need to take more damage. Come on, hit me. Hit me. Thank you. I'm not gonna block. I'm gonna take this hit. Come on, hit me. Thank you. Do I have enough inventory space? Yes, I do. We're going to
you remembered to check.
Hmm?
You remembered to check you had the inventory space.
I was pretty sure I had it. So this is the wind melody. Usually you would get the melody at the spot, but of course it's been randomized. Let's see what I get. Is it vanilla or is it not? Nope, it's a ritual. Okay, that's fine. No, that's not fine. That was a waste of time. So, you remember that the jeweler had his secrets locked at 42 red jewels. That means every jewel that I get above 42 is basically wasted. So, I don't want to see any more red jewels, but there's 50 of them in the game, so I will run into some of them at times. But right now, we are at the position to do our ladder glitch. We're just gonna pick up this... Oh, crystal ball. That's nice. Gonna pick up this item. And now we are going to skip the whole middle section of the dungeon. We are going to let this guy hit us while we are climbing down the ladder. That will push us back into ladder animation. We climb through the floor into this door, and voila! We are at the end of the dungeon, and we saved about 1 minute and 20 seconds of just running through empty rooms. And that's also a tactic that has been implemented into the speedrun. Funnily enough, that tactic was found in the randomizer first, and then retroactively changed the speedrun. Usually it's the other way around. The speedrunners know the tactics and we try to use them in the randomizer. This one was the other way around.
Z is being incredibly modest here. It was him that discovered that glitch in the first place.
I mean, it was kind of on accident, so I don't know if I need to.
You still discovered it. Hero, when he discovered the warp, was just trying to make the game lag as much as possible.
Yeah, that's why sometimes you hear people that run Illusion of Gaia talk about the Z ladder. That's the reason. And more red jewels. So now I have already 2 red jewels that are useless. But I did find something nice. I found the wind melody. I'm gonna play it. Why not? There's nothing else I can do in Continent 1, I think. So, this is the gold tile room. There are 72 tiles. You have to stand on a specific tile for 10 seconds to open the door to the boss room. Fun fact, this tile has been randomized, and that's what's actually the first thing that has been randomized for the randomizer. It was basically a test for Don't Begumi. He said, if you can't even randomize this gold tile, that's not worth working on a randomizer. And he was able to do it, and that's why today we have Illusion of Gaia Randomizer. So shoutouts to Nostalgia and Golden Tiles. Okay, I don't have any of the Inca statues, so I just wanted to leave this place again. We're going to use the dark space to teleport home. What can I do? I could go to check with Buffy, but would only get me the teapot. I could kill a boss in the Great Wall, or see which boss is in the Great Wall. What else is there to do? Oh, I know what's left to do. There's an item in Sky Garden that I haven't checked yet.
Yes, there is. Room 2.
2? No, just... yeah, room 2, right. So, we were here before. I had to fight through all the back door to the downstairs rooms. I don't have to do this anymore. I have spin dash now. I can shortcut every room. I'm just jumping over the ramps. And now we're going into a new section. I'm gonna skip this room as well. Now we're going into a new section, but to do that, we need to... Oh no, I need to find the Earthquaker, right? Yes, I do. For hieroglyph number 5.
Yes, you do.
Oh no, I skipped the Dark Space in Angkor Wat. I skipped Vanilla Earthquaker Dark Space.
You're gonna have to go and check Dark Space 3 and Great Wall as well, aren't you?
Yes, that's what I was getting at. So I have to check another Dark Space in this place. Usually you don't need Earthquaker. You saw me perform the Earthquaker skip, but room 5 in the pyramid requires you to use Earthquaker. That's why that's the worst bingo goal ever. I was not gonna point that out, but now that we have it, I can say it. Is this the worst bingo goal ever?
You know, I hadn't even considered that part of that aspect of having to find Earthquaker to do it even. I just thought it was a bad tile for how long it takes to do, but... Yeah, I don't envy you still having to check Dark Spaces.
So, even when he wants to be mean, Walden is not efficient. I see.
Hey, I'm very efficient. If it was up to me, I would have got you to do Angel Village and then made you go back to fail a puzzle.
There we go. I'm failing enough as it is. The statue put up more resistance than it had every right to do. So we have to...
Coming up to the hour-and-a-half mark, Z, you've got an hour left to be under estimate. How are you feeling about that now?
I'm feeling great, because now things are just gonna fall over. This is the last terrible stuff I have to do here. I'm going to kill a new boss now. This boss is gonna be required, and everything is peachy. No problemo. We're gonna use Dark Freya to kill these guys a little quicker. We're going to use it here to hopefully get a double hit. No, just a single hit. Doesn't matter. We have to kill these soldiers to make the Dark Space appear, because this Dark Space could still have an ability. I kinda hope it doesn't, because if it does I have to... Oh god, thank god. So this Dark Space is called the Walden Dark Space. Walden, do you want to explain why?
So, on a number of occasions when I've had to do the Great Wall at the start of a seed, I've thought, well, and I've died on the way to get into Dark Space number 3, I've thought, well, the probability of there actually being something I need in that Dark Space is really low, right? It's a better use of my time to go and check other places and come back when I've got Spin Dash to get through the dungeon quick to recheck it. And at least during 2 races where I've used that logic, I have had a key move within that Dark Space. It's betrayed me so many times trying to play statistics that...
It's a forced vampires will fight.
Excellent. That's what we like to see.
That's so this is the vampires fight. It's a pretty terrible fight, because you have 2 bosses, with each with 40 HP, and I only can deal 1 damage. They hurt a lot. We have 1 vampire that will walk along the path, and that's the one with the yellow hair. It's the female. The male vampire will just randomly fly over these tiles and waste a lot of my time. But luckily they are kind of behaving right now. I have to eat an herb here. Oh god, I have to eat an herb here. No, that was not good. That was really not good. And also there's a time limit. So not only do I have to kill these guys, I have to kill them before the timer runs out. And I have to save herbs, because I still have to defeat Mummy Queen, which is a hard boss fight. And I still have Gaia ahead of me, so I don't want to eat more herbs than I have to. So luckily...
Now, Gaia is included in that 2.5 hour estimate, right?
Right.
Just making sure.
Sadly, somebody donated the bingo toll. Finished the vampires with less than 30 seconds on the timer, so yeah. Content, everybody. How did you like that marathon so far, Walden? I think that Reventure bingo was amazing. I had no idea what happened on stream, but it was amazing to watch.
Yeah, I had a really good time with that one too. Still got, what, another 10 seconds you need to wait on this bomb?
Yeah. 29. There we go.
Just think, you could be halfway through a snake game by now.
Okay, let's finish the vampires with a timer. And I wasted another herb, which was not good, but oh well. So I'm kind of stuffed of item locations now, so we are going to a place that still has some item locations for me, which is going to be in Nazca. So we are going to use our travel options to get back to continent 2, and we're going back to Nazca.
I think there's only one thing it can be, isn't there? I think there's only one item that you can get in Sky Garden, right?
Yes, that's one item. I don't know which items I could get otherwise, because
It's gonna have to be the aura, isn't it?
I mean, either the aura or a third mushroom drop into the aura.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh,
Oh my god!
I like that.
I could go Tula's mansion, I just realized.
Oh, you could.
So there's 2 items. Oh man. Silly me for not remembering. So neither of these checks is pretty good because they are both kinda long way. We are going to do this check first because it's an actual item check. I will not show off the God Pixel. I don't think I have the time to afford it.
You could show. It could be Lola's Melody as well.
Oh, stop. That's not good.
Yeah, a lot of possibilities, and none of them are really great items other than Aura.
Aura is the item I'm looking for right now. I mentioned that I need the aura to go into the pyramid. Sadly, the pyramid is the place that has the most items, 12 items in total. I only got 1 of it, so I really need the aura to find the other items, because I can't check any more bosses at this point. I cannot check the boss in Sky Garden because I need 1 more crystal ball. I cannot check the boss in Inca because I don't have any Inca statues. I can't check the boss in the pyramid because I need 2 more hieroglyphs for that. I cannot check the boss rush because I need the aura, and there it is.
Why is the seed being nice to you?
Because you are not.
This is true.
So I'm going to death warp right now. It's gonna take a long time. I have 2 defense upgrades now. Oh, this discard 5 herbs is going to break me, I think. You'd think it's the boss kills, but I think it's this discard 5 herbs that's gonna break this.
I probably shouldn't be helping you right now, but I assume you're going to run straight off to the pyramid. But is that really a good idea until you find Earthquaker?
You're right. Also, I have another goal I have to do. I have to jump down and annoy 2 people.
You do?
I do. That was even donated before Seed had cleared the board with his donation.
Yep.
Oh wait, is this even the right no, this is this is wrong. I need to go in here. But I don't think I will be coming back to this continent, so I have to do this now. So I'm gonna jump down here, annoy this person. And then we're going to back to continent number 1.
Z, it does say offend 2 women by jumping down.
That's not my fault. They wrote it wrong on the... How do I offend a second woman?
I have no idea.
Because
I'm just reading the tile in front
yeah,
of me.
this is the only other guy that reacts if you jump down. So these are these two guys. The first one is a woman, the second one is not, but the hint says two women. So sadly, you cannot do. So the second one is gonna react a bit more. And now, can I time it so the woman is down here is in position? No, she walks off to the left now, right? Not to the right. No, she doesn't walk at all. That's the only... No, she walks to this side, so I can't defend her.
Well, while we're waiting for these NPCs to behave, can I cut on in?
Okay, you can always cut on in.
Yay! I just wanted to remind people what we're here for. It's been a little bit, in case you've joined us in the last, I don't know, 30 minutes, an hour or so. This is Bingothon Summer 2022. As you can see in the bottom left corner, we are raising money for Doctors Without Borders. So just a fantastic organization. You can know that your money is going to a good cause. It's an organization that offers medical humanitarian assistance to people based solely on need, irrespective of race, religion, gender, or political affiliation. Their frontline workers, including doctors, nurses, and logisticians, are often among the first on the scene when people's lives are upended by conflict, disease outbreak, and other disasters.
Don't die, please.
So please get those donations in as we are enjoying this fantastic bingo.
Yeah. While you were super good cause, please donate. Makes so much of a difference. Even a small amount of money can make a super difference for people in need. While we heard about that, I was going to the bonus dungeon. I will not kill the bonus boss because I need to portion my time a bit. So yeah, I found another hieroglyph which was required. I think might be required. And now that we have the aura, we will go. Oh, but where's the last dark space I've been missing?
Anchor what? I believe.
Is it? It has to be there, right? I've seen all the dark spaces in Mu. I've seen all the dark spaces in Great Wall. I've seen the dark spaces in Cress. I've seen the dark spaces in Inca. Did I go into the dark space? No, I did not go into the dark space in Inca. I ran past it because I had the wind melody. Oh no.
Yeah, neither of them are great options to go back to, are they?
No. Especially since I didn't open that shortcut. Oh my god. So this is gonna be... I need that Earthquaker before I go into the pyramid. I only have 2 dark spaces left, I think. I had the one in Cress. I had the one in...
Oh, and you didn't open the shortcut.
Of course
this
not.
really is heartbreaking for you, isn't it, Z?
Of course not. Why would I
So
open...
I'm gonna pose you a question I asked you 12 minutes ago. How are you feeling right now, knowing you've only got 49 minutes left?
I'm sweating. I'm sweating. I'm really, really sweating. Oh boy. So I need to go here again to get that dark space. Luckily now I'm a bit stronger because I killed an additional boss. So taking damage is not that bad anymore. Also I don't need to do the side activities anymore. So I can just... What? Why? Come on, jump. Thank you. The good thing is there's only one dungeon left that has a lot of items, which is the pyramid. So once I clear the pyramid, I will probably have access to everything. The bad thing is there's still 3 bosses that I have not located yet that I need to kill, which is the Sandfanger, Viper, and Mummy Queen.
And you do have a few tiles that take you out of your way a bit, like climbing ladder as Shadow.
A climbing ladder as Shadow I can do in Sky Garden, that's not that big of a deal. But I have early Firebirds now. Would you like to explain what early Firebirds is?
Okay, so early Firebird. Firebird is a move that in the vanilla game you only get once you go to the comet, and it shoots a giant Firebird out of Shadow's arm. Now, because you only get this move at the end of the game, it wasn't coded very well. So when the developers decided to put it into the randomizer, I don't remember if it was Raven or Bagu, they put in early Firebird once you'd freed Kara from the portrait, found the crystal ring, and unlocked Shadow. And what you'll notice if you see the damage that it does when Z shoots it, it does different numbers of damage each time. It's a bit random how much damage it actually does. It can be really powerful or quite underpowered, but it changes every swing, basically.
And just as you say that, I get 3 hits of 7. But yeah, it can be sporadic. Oh,
Like,
thank
I've seen
God.
it hit for like 15 before.
Is this even randomized, Walden?
Wow. Randomize your game, Bagu.
Is this even randomized? So I just found Earthquaker. So now the seed is doable. It's still not pleasant, but it's doable. I don't have the large roast, right? Right. Ah, so I have to go the long way to Dao. Doesn't matter, doesn't matter. Now I'm back in flow. Now I'm back in the rhythm. I can do this. So there's a couple of goals I can do in the pyramid. I can kill 5 tuts, which are these tuts or tuts, I don't know how to pronounce those, which are the bird soldiers. Which is going to be easier now that I have early Firebird.
This really might come down to
Apogaya.
those 5 herbs you had to throw away.
Yes. That's why I'm worried. I'm not worried about the pyramid. Not really. So we're going here. We're going to try to get as many boss items as possible. Optimal would be a hieroglyph, because then I can just check a boss in here. A crystal ball would be nice. And since I'm still missing one specific hint, I also have to go back to Babel Tower to get that hint. That's the last one I'm missing, actually. Because I spoke to the spirit at the end of Angkor Wat. I talked to the queen on the gold ship. I picked up all the hints in the cities. Oh, I'm lying. 2 hints are missing. The old man in Ituri village.
Ah, yes, you can't even get to him yet.
Oh, that's a
Although, if I
hieroglyph
was
time.
a betting man, I would imagine that Lola's melody is hiding in the pyramid.
I hope so. That's a hieroglyph, that's perfect. So what we're gonna do now is kill some bird soldiers. Because we can. And here you see early Firebird making this super easy. That was 2. We're gonna kill this laser orb as well. Now I'm going to kill a 3rd one. There we go. We're going to teleport out of the room real quick, because I get a hidden item first. Death upgrade. Oh, that's actually nice. Let's check what this boss is, since we're already here and we're already Shadow. So we're gonna turn in these hieroglyphs real quick. That will open up the passage. And is it Mummy Queen? It is Mummy Queen 2.0. Okay, so I don't have to kill her? I could, right? Defeat Mummy Queen? Doesn't say which one.
No, it doesn't say which one. This does count for killing Mummy Queen.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Actually, I want to do that right now. Now we're gonna get an item first. So we killed the bird soldiers, they are still dead. I need to kill 2 more, but that's not a problem. But what's the real question is how swag will... Oh, no, damn it. I can't get the swag pixel. This is
I
rule
mean,
5.
you definitely can go and get the swag pixel. You're just going to have to do it again as Frieden afterwards.
Yeah, so that makes no sense. Okay, my bad. We're gonna kill Mummy Queen right now. We're gonna kill Mummy Queen 2.0, which is the Mummy Queen option you usually fight at the end of the game after the boss shuffle, at the boss rush. But because of boss shuffle, she's actually in here. So we're going to kill the slightly harder version. But hopefully that won't come and bite us. So Mummy Queen is a pretty nerve-wracking fight. Every time you hit her, she splits into these little spirits. The spirits move semi-randomly and try to hit you, so I use the aura, because during the aura animation I'm immune to damage. And she does that until she's at half HP. At that point I have basically a 50-50 chance to either get another of these split phases, which we call a bad cycle because it takes a lot of time. Or if she does a roulette phase. In the roulette phase, I can immediately hit her again, make her reform, and save a lot of time. If she does the split phase, obviously I'm going to lose a lot of time, so we hope we will get a lot of split phases, a lot of roulette phases, and not the split phases. We want good cycles, not bad cycles. So this is roulette, so I could immediately hit her again. And as you can see, Firebird makes this a lot easier because I don't have to go in close proximity. I can shoot at her from a distance. And that's the last hit. And there goes Mummy Queen.
I mean, I'm very proud of you, C, doing that whole Mummy Queen fight without taking a hit. You've definitely come a long way in your...
I had Firebirds. I blame it all on Firebirds. Okay.
You played well.
Oh, wait. What am I doing? I need to go up, not down. Wait. Huh? I'm confused. Shouldn't there be?
Remember, you need to warp down.
Oh yeah, I need to walk down to where to trigger the vampire. There we go. Okay, so we need to do a little detour to pick up the Hope statue, the Mystic statue. We're gonna get Mystic statue number 6 for killing Mummy Queen 2.0. Not Mystic statue number 5, but that's fine. I just need to kill either Mummy Queen. And that also means I got some stat upgrades, and right now I'm looking at 3 defense and 28 HP, which is not bad. I'm gonna kill at least 1 more boss. And I guess it's time to do the annoying stuff now. So the reason why I killed the boss before I went to do the item checks is I now have more stat upgrades. So doing the 6th hieroglyph as Frieden is actually not easy. Because with Shadow I could skip most of the enemies. With Frieden I have to run through them. I can't waste any more herbs, so I really need these stat upgrades to do this, make this run possible. And yeah, after that I think I can just skip a lot of stuff. I still have to kill 2 more tuts, right? 2 or 3?
Let's say 3.
Let's say 3, because you're Walden and you like to see me suffer.
Anything I can do to add some time onto your run, I'm gonna do. It's for a good cause, Z.
I know. So, that's 1. That's 2. We're gonna iframe dash to this guy, or we're gonna take tons of damage. So here's the part.
Aren't they the same touch you killed before, Z?
No. What? They respawned. Of course they count. I didn't die in between. They just respawned. You want me to kill?
Yeah, okay.
You want me to kill different ones?
I mean, kind of, yeah.
So I already killed this one as well. So we're going to go past this guy. There are more than I can kill. Don't worry. I'm gonna kill 3 other. So I need the Earthquaker to make these platforms drop down from the ceiling. There were invisible enemies, which not only are in the way, but they also hurt a lot. Taking too much damage.
There was no swag pixel there, see.
No, there is no swag pixel because Freedom can't swag. But Freedom can kill bird soldiers. Oh, that health drop was actually important. So health drops are strange in this game. Health drops only drop when you have low HP. And they only drop from specific enemies. So you can't just kill any enemy and... Oh, I should not have done that. You can't just kill any enemy and hope you get a bird soldier. You get a health drop. You need to kill a bird soldier in this case, because bird soldiers have the highest chance. And that was getting the 5th hieroglyph with Freedom achieved.
Yeah, I think that was your touchstone as well.
That was my touchstone as well. And now I just need to die.
We're down to the last 5 tiles.
Yeah, but I have a secret weapon back in my hidden ace in my sleeve.
Yeah, I know what you're gonna say as well. And I'm gonna remind you, you haven't got Lola's Melody.
I know. I'm gonna keep checking until I have Lola's Melody to get the last hint. And after that, we are going to do the boss rush, because in the boss rush, I have to kill every single of my bosses. And that means I can defeat Sandfanger, defeat Viper. And it also means I can get my 4th Mystic Statue, which I need to finish this seed. And there's Lola's Melody. Nice. I think I'm just gonna nope out now.
My friends, we do have a $5 donation by InstaFizz saying, "I'm getting that mug if it's the last thing I do. Glad to see that this event is still thriving. Huge props to all these dedicated runners and the people behind the scenes." Thank you so much, Insta. I see you are just as enthusiastic about the Bingothon mug as I am, and rightfully so. I want to remind everybody, now that the seed is apparently slowly getting to its end, please don't forget that we have a bid war going on for the next run, and you can still influence it at this point in time. So for Jet Set Radio Future, you can choose the character. Poison Jam and Rith are both sharing first place with $5. So if you want to change that, just chip $1 into the one direction you want to dip into first place. Life Shockers is currently sitting at $1 and Rapid 99 at $0. But still, just donate $6 towards either of them, and they'll be the character on. They're gonna be the character choice. So get your donations in. Don't wait. Click the button below the stream or type !donate in chat. It's now or never.
And $6 will get you in the raffle for one of these mugs. I want a summer mug. I want it so much. Right. Now we were standing in a meadow, but once we play the Magic Melody, the town of Italy appears, because of course it does. That's how Magic Villages work. You play a melody and they appear. We're going to pick up our friend Lily here. We had a necklace. She likes jewelry, so we hunt in the necklace, and now she's coming with us. We are going to grab a hint right here from this guy. Edward's Tunnel has Inca Statue A. Okay. We're actually picking up this item because maybe it could be an herb, and I kind of want herbs. It's a red jewel. That's not good. How many do I have? 4! Oh, that's so little. Oh,
That sounds like a fun Apocalypse Gaia fight to me.
yeah, not for me. So, I actually forgot one of the hints again, but I remember. We are going to get the second to last hint. For that, we are going to go back to continent number 3. And we are going to go back to Sea Palace one more time to talk to the coffin. Because the coffin has a hint. I was only getting to 9 and now I know why. Because hint number 10 is going to be the coffin. And hint number 11 is going to be the spirit in Babel. And the reason why I can check the coffin now and not before is because now Lily is in my pocket. And Lily is a magical girl. She can transform into a dandelion seed. A dandelion seed is small enough to fly inside the coffin and open it up. So it will give me an item and it will also give me a hint. So we're going to grab that, and that means I still have half an hour, right?
Yeah, you have 30 minutes and a half.
Okay.
Because the timer wasn't started on time, so I'm accounting for that.
Okay, so I know I'm saying I can stop checking stuff now, but I'm not through at all. The boss rush is pretty tough to do, especially if you can't rely on herbs to get you through it. And
Pretty brutal on free defense.
yeah, that's right. But then the Gaia fight is going to happen, and usually on the Gaia fight I just spam eat herbs until I get past the difficult phases. But now that I only have 4 herbs, because I had to drop 6 of them, this is gonna be a bit more difficult, so I might actually need a couple of tries to defeat her. Not that I can't do it, but it's still, I need about 10 more minutes to get all the Babel nonsense done. And then I means I have 20 minutes for the last boss fight.
And with 4 herbs, well, it might be tough.
Super tough. So we are going to... Oh no, what am I doing? No, that's right, that's okay, that's okay. We're going to talk to the Tula. He's going to take us back to Tula's mansion, but we are leaving instantly because that takes us to Dao. In Dao is the friend Neil. He will fly me to Babel Tower. We already got the items, but now that we have the aura and the crystal ring, we can pass to the barrier. And that allows us to get to the very last hint of the game. Let's hope it's a useful hint at least.
Do you really think it's possible for there to be a useful hint at this stage in the game?
Hint. Could be a Killer 6 hint.
But you know you don't need anything from Killer 6.
Crystal Ball. No, it was not useful. Okay. Now I have to kill some bosses. We have to kill them in order. So first one is going to be Kastov. I already talked about this boss, but we are fighting a fancier version of him now. He deals a bit more damage. And also we are fighting these bosses as Shadow. And I talked about boss damage being hard-coded. Shadow always deals 3 damage to bosses. So while Will had to 3-cycle this boss, Shadow can 1-cycle this boss. And if I don't get lagged out of existence, that should be it. I don't worry about taking damage at this boss fight, because this is just Lag City, so I'm just spamming and getting through it. Excuse me. And now we're gonna see a new boss, which is called Viper. And for Viper, I'm gonna equip the aura, because Viper as Shadow is pretty easy. We can do something that is called a aura glitch. Aura glitch means I attack and press the aura at the same time. And that means I'm going through the aura animation, which means I am invincible. But because I press the attack at the same time, the game thinks I am still attacking. So I don't take damage, but I deal massive damage to the boss. And as you can see, he just basically melted away. And that is defeat Viper achieved.
It's okay.
You're gonna see that again at the vampires fight, in case you missed it, because on the vampires fight I will use that once again.
And sometimes it's to even greater effect
And
on the vampires if you get them to double up on top of each other.
Sadly,
and
I
hit them with an
need
aura
to
glitch.
talk to spirits to warp down to Babel Tower, so we're going to do this now. This is basically if you are stuck in the boss rush and you just can't defeat the boss because your HP is too low, you don't have herbs, some kind of reason, but in our reason it's just a time waste. I need to run through the first room again. I need to run through the second room again.
He doesn't have to refight those two bosses, though.
That's the only good thing, yeah. I could have healed up as well, because I ran past this dark portal, but I don't need to. I don't think so. So I was talking about how certain bosses can only be in certain locations. This is a location, the end of Babel Tower, which you can only reach as will. So I know the boss that's in there will not be the Mummy Queen, the Mummy Queen 1. So I know that at the end of this boss rush I will fight either Viper or Sandfanger. So I'm not too worried. These are both fights I can do as will, which are not very hard. There we go, and as you can see with early Firebirds and Aura Glitch, the vampire fights is pretty chill. I can just basically be a landmine, just sit in one location and have them get damaged over and over. And for the vampire that is flying a lot, I can just... Or I can just mess it up and waste a lot of time. I should have done the Aura Glitch tactic and not the Firebird tactic. Okay.
You really want to donate this extra money, don't you, Zig?
I don't, but I mean, of course I do, but I also want to beat the incentive. I'm also a speedrunner. That timer is mocking. So once again, we are using the Aura Glitch to kill this first vampire super quick. Now we're going to use the Firebirds to get rid of this one. And there we go. That's how I want it. And the next fight is going to be the Sandfanger fight. We're going to kill Sandfanger 2.0 before we kill Vanilla Sandfire. Sandfanger has 3 phases. It has a left-right phase, it has an up-down phase, and it has an egg cycle. We want eggs. We need our protein, we need eggs. Because egg cycles I can get multiple hits in. In all the other phases I can only get 2 hits in and they waste a lot of time. Again, because I'm Shadow, I'm dealing 3 damage, so it's not as bad. But I really want to see an egg phase now. And I got an up-down phase instead, which is okay. And there's my egg phase. Ah, damn it. There we go. That was an okay boss fight. Not too trolly. And that's defeat Sandfanger. I need to climb a ladder as Shadow. I completely forgot about that. Not a big deal. I can do that in Sky Garden. But first, we are going to get Viper to carry us to the last boss fight. And we get Viper. Nice. Okay. So this is the original Viper fight. It's not as hard with Will. Basically, you dodge the feathers with by using jump attacks, and then you whack at him when he spits his crystals at you. you can use the jump attacks to use some iframes so you don't get too much damage. This is not the fastest tactic to kill this boss, but it's the safest and most consistent, and I like my consistent boss kills, so I'm gonna use this. I'm going to do a 2.5 cycle. There we go. And that's Viper. This is our 4th Mystic Statue, so now the seed will let me go to the end boss. Let's look at our stats. 31 HP, 4 defense. I have to risk it now. I don't have much time, because the Apogaia fight will waste me a lot of time. Apogaia takes about 6 minutes. I still have some RP that's going to happen before that. And every reset will throw me back to phase 3, which will means at least another 4.5 minutes. So we're just going to do this one bingo goal real quick. So climb a ladder as Shadow. Shadow does not have a ladder climb animation because in the vanilla game you get Shadow at the end of the game in the pyramid, and there are no ladders anymore, so they did not retroactively add in any ladders. But yeah, because he doesn't have... okay, I'm wasting time. Because he doesn't have any animation, weird things happens when he climbs ladders, as you can see in a couple of seconds. Sometimes he just keeps climbing, even if the ladder is already gone. You're gonna see it a little bit here. There's a really good spot in Inca Ruins where you can use it. You remember Inca Ruins, where we unlocked the ladders to open up shortcuts. If you climb with Shadow on these ladders, you can also clip through the floor and skip some sections of the room. But in this case, we are not going to use it for any other purpose than to trigger this ladder glitch. Trigger this bingo tile. So there's a ladder. We're climbing down and it looks like we're flying. We're doing it again, and now we keep climbing although the ladder is already finished. And that's climb a ladder as Shadow. This is Blackout Bingo, but we're not done. We are so not done. We are going to go to the end boss now. I'm just going to do one more safety save. And the boss, the first 2 phases of the boss, if you played this game before, you already know. We have the Comet phase and we have Dark Gaia phase. After that, we will have 3 additional phases. And I have to send out a photosensitivity warning. If you don't handle flashing lights very well, I would recommend that you minimize the stream in phases 3 and 4, because there will be a lot of flashes on screen. There will be a lot of things happening at the same time. And if you don't handle this very well, I will give you a warning once we reach phase 3. And I will also give you a warning when you can look again. So yeah, I'm gonna be quiet now. I'm gonna focus on the boss. And I'm gonna let Walden explain how this boss works for you now.
Okay, so this is phase 1 of the Dark Gaia boss fight. This is just basically avoiding that rain you're seeing coming down. Now, because this is Apocalypse Gaia, this phase is a little bit easier, because the rain where it's used in later phases of the fight is the same rain that's used in this phase. So in the vanilla fight, the rains come down in 2 speeds. There's the speed that you see now, and one that's even faster. But playtesters decided that that made it a bit too difficult in the later phases with the second faster rain. So it's all been normalized, so it's all slow rain for Apocalypse Gaia now. But yeah, it's just rinse and repeat for so many hits. Only 20 HP, not the full 40. But that will lead us nicely into phase 2 of the Dark Gaia fight, which does definitely have a lot more going on with it. So Gaia will bring orbs up from the left and right that you just saw there. There are also the blue orbs that just kind of move around kind of randomly, but towards you-ish. Semi-random. And what you're waiting for is Gaia to lift his head, and that is what, or lift her head, sorry, and that is when you can get hits on her. There are the orange balls that you have to deflect, the greeny balls. I can't remember exactly what the probabilities are, but I think
There's
there has to
four.
be at least 3
There's
before.
There's 4 in between each phase, and then there's a 1 in 4 chance that you get an additional one, and every additional one will cost you 20 seconds. So let's hope I don't get this. Ah, damn it, that was almost a 4 cycle. So I'm hoping I only get 4 in between these phases, and I don't get any additional ones. And now, in the next hit, we will enter phase 3, and the flashing will start. So if you have photosensitivity problems, now's the time to look away or minimize the stream for a couple of minutes. Okay, well then, I really have to be quiet now. I have to focus.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so now we're going on to phase 3. So phase 3 will have 2 of those Gaia heads that we had before. We'll also get those blue balls that are semi-random, except now they're kind of multicoloured. But we don't have the greeny balls coming from the side. But we have that thing they shoot up instead that you have to sink and dodge. So, yeah, this is... To be fair, this is basically the same as the last phase. It's just using your aura in a different time.
I cannot block these red orbs. So red orbs, I can only dodge or use the aura to avoid them. Remember that, they will come back later.
Okay, so I know Z's killing the last head of this phase, but I'm going to start to explain the next phase, because there is a lot going on the screen. And, yeah, I probably won't explain it all before it finishes. So you have one of those heads going across that you have to kill. You have the green balls coming from the side that you have to block. You have the rain coming down that you have to dodge. This is why the rain had to be slowed for phase 1, because having fast rain here is just too crazy. And then you've got those little fire droplets that make the screen go white and loads of orbs shoot off round. And yeah, there is a lot going on this screen. It's a very difficult screen to learn when you first start learning this fight. But it's not too bad because it's kind of works in a pattern.
And we're in phase 5 now, so the flashing is now gone. It's safe to look again. And
Okay,
well,
and
take it away.
this is another really difficult part of the fight. So, as you can see, you get one hit him, he will chase you, and then he summons all of these heads. Now, you need to kill all of those additional heads that he's summoned before you can get another attack in on him. And he will summon an additional head every time you get a hit on him, and he has 20 HP still. So you have to get quite a fair amount of hits on him. I'm sorry, my quick maths is not the best. 7 hits.
Yes.
Also, the heads move in a way to kind of make you come out and play a bit more aggressively. Z likes to hide in this corner and it works quite well, but like you can see that the way the enemies move, they try and move out of your line a bit more.
Yeah.
So
what
it
happens
does
is
take a bit of practice.
when the head has many shields, it moves towards me, and the shields move towards me because they want to kill me. But when I kill the shields and he only has 2 left, he's keeping his distance. So he's going to go more defensive, and the heads stay close to the main. The shields stay close to the main head all the time. While this is happening, I have to block the laser orbs that are coming from the yellow orb. They are always aiming at me, so I have to block them or they will hit me. And then you see the little red orb. That red orb shoots into a random direction. Like before, I cannot block the red orbs. If the red orb comes at me, either I have to use the aura or I have to move out of the way. But what Walden was about to say is that each time I land a hit, this phase is getting faster. The laser orbs come at a different more frequently, the red orbs come more frequently, and everything is going to go faster. So it's
and even the music speeds up at this point.
Even the music speeds up, yes.
It is really anxiety central. but Z's actually making a really, really good job of this fight, making it look easy. Doesn't even seem bothered by the fact that he only had 4 herbs coming into it.
Stop saying that.
You still have 2 herbs left.
1.
You only need, what, 1 more hit on him, you're fine.
Oh, I have 2 left. Okay, you're right. There was a red orb. The red orb is moving so fast I don't have the time to use the aura anymore. I just have to take the damage. And that's time. Ah!
GGZ.
Oh my god.
GG's.
Thank you very much for the GG's.
Well, I have to say you're done, but you're not done because we did get a $3 donation. I think you can guess. Is it possible? Can you guess what they asked?
To play the snake game again.
Yes, it's from our own Floha258. Thank you so much, Floha, saying play the snake game. So if that's possible, we'll get to see that one more time. In the meantime, while you're getting there, I will say we got a couple other donations. We got $5 from Twinkachoo, who is one of our next runners, just saying Jet Set Radio. And then Anonymous donating $2, saying not enough to claim any bingo tiles. Hee hee. Just thank you for the great entertainment. And I can agree with that. As someone who's not watched much Illusion of Gaia, this has been really fun to watch.
It's a super
totally
fun
agree.
randomizer to play. I used a lot of speedrun tactics, but you can play this randomizer without knowing any of the speedrun. So it's also very, very casual friendly. It takes out a lot of the boring story parts, and you get to play your dungeons and have a lot of fun with it. There's a lot of different options. I showed you except for the boss shuffle, a pretty basic seed, but we have so many more little ways to basically turn this seed exactly into what you want from it. You can increase the logic difficulty, you can turn on Randomizer if you want. You could play a red jewel hunt, where you just try to get a certain number of red jewels instead of killing bosses.
If you're really crazy, Will can lose his flute, so Will can't attack anymore.
Fluteless mode, yes, that's one of the newest stuff. You can play an entrance randomizer, so every door takes you somewhere else. You can play overworld shuffle, which means the continents would be mixed up as well. So your travel items would be reinvented with every seed. You can really make it as crazy or as tame as you want it. So if you wanna look at it, the homepage where you can roll your own seeds and where you also find a link to the Discord would be iogr.app. And yeah, really nice community. Only nice people play Illusion of Gaia. Proven right and right again. So you're free to try it out. And that was 81. So I matched my best goal. And yeah, thank you everybody who donated. Thank you, Walden, for helping me commentate this madness. And thanks for Bingothon for hosting this with us. And I think I've said everything I wanted to say.
Thank you, chat, for getting so involved with the bingo incentives as well.
And with that, we'll give it back to you. And we'll get ready for Jet Set Radio.
Yeah, that is what's coming up next. Thank you so much again for this awesome Illusion of Gaia run. He's correct. We have Jet Set Radio Future. It's going to be a 2v2 Lockout Bingo next. So lots to look forward there. And then after that, we've got some, I would say cozy Terraria. Usually I think of Terraria as cozy, but it looks like it's a four-way race. So that'll be pretty intense as well. So we got a lot of good content coming up here.
Doctors Without Borders, also known internationally by our French name Médecins Sans Frontières, or MSF, is an independent medical humanitarian organization. Founded in 1971, MSF won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1999. Today we have some 33,000 staff on the ground in roughly 70 countries. We work in communities affected by war, natural disasters, disease outbreaks, chronic neglect, and other crises. We treat people based on medical needs alone, regardless of race, religion, or political affiliation. On any given day, we assist patients who have no other access to healthcare services. Our medical teams can offer critical services such as surgery, maternal care, vaccinations, and mental health counseling. When people are forced from their homes, we focus on treating illnesses and injuries. We work to prevent disease outbreaks in refugee camps and other settlements. We treat malnutrition and the consequences of sexual violence. Our advocacy message is always the same. People at risk should be able to access health care, and medical workers, even in active conflict zones, must be able to provide it. And life-saving medicines and vaccines must be affordable and accessible to the people who need them most. The ongoing support of our donors, together with the profound commitment of our aid workers, will allow MSF to provide independent and impartial assistance to people in crises for a long time to come. We know that the future holds many challenges for people around the world, but we also know what's possible when we go where we're most needed with the materials we need to deliver life-saving medical care.
Peggy 16. Hello everyone, what's up, how's it going? Welcome back to Bingothon Summer 2022. I hope you're all having a fantastic evening, or day, or afternoon, or night, or whatever time it is for you. So, as you can see on our left side here, we've got a host bingo board, and apparently before we do that, we have some reading to do.
That's right.
Do you want to go for it?
I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna see see if I'm gonna entertain the crowd. So let me read the thing that I want to read. It says, yellow butter, purple jelly, red jam, black bread. Spread it thick, say it quick. Yellow butter, purple jelly, red jam, black bread. Spread it thicker, say it quicker. Yellow butter, purple jelly, red jam, black bread. Don't eat with your mouth full. All right.
Beautiful. That was actually not the thing I was talking about.
Oh no. Okay.
First I'll read the thing I was actually talking about now, because we have received a donation.
Oh, how could I have missed that? Oh, wow.
We have received $75 from with the comment, as promised, here's $75 to match the whole bingo board of Illusion of Gaia being cleared. Thank you to everyone who donated, and let's go reach 2K soon. Bingothon hype! Alright, thank you very much, Z, for your donation. And yeah, I have a tongue twister here as well. I will read it slowly first, and then I'll try to read it quickly. Silly Sally swiftly shoot 7 silly sheep. The 7 silly sheep, silly Sally shoot. Shilly Shelly south. These sheep shouldn't sleep in a shack. Sheep should sleep in a shed. Alright. So far, so good. I've already messed up the slow version. Silly Sally swiftly shoots 7 silly sheep. The 7 silly sheep, silly Sally shoot. Shilly Shelly south. The sheep shouldn't sleep in a shack. Sheep should sleep in a shed. But I guess I tried.
You tried it. I think our viewers can be proud of you. Viewers, what do you think? The Flower did a good job. I'm pretty confident. All right. I was eyeing on another one, but that one really didn't stick with me. I'm gonna try another one here. That one looks like it could be fun. It's not that long though, but let's try do it slow and then fast. Okay, it goes like this. If you must cross a course, cross cow across a crowded cow crossing, cross the cross course, cow across crowded cow crossing carefully. Alright, already messing up the slow version. Let's try it fast. If you must cross a course, if you must cross a course, cross cow across a crowded cow crossing, cross the cross course, cow across crowded cow crossing carefully. One more time. If you must cross a course, if you must cross a course, cross cow across a crowded cow crossing, cross the cross course, cow across crowded cow crossing carefully. Okay, I can't do it anymore.
I was like, cow. That's all I got. That's all I got from that. All right, I have one final one. Amidst the mist and coldest frosts. I already am reading this incorrectly on the slow reading.
It's the nerves.
All right, amidst the mists and coldest frosts, with stoutest wrists and loudest boats, he thrusts his fists against the post, and still insists he sees the ghost. Amidst the mist and cold of frost, with startled wrist and loudest boasts, he thrusted his fist against the post and still insists he sees the ghosts.
That was pretty impressive.
I tried.
Very good. Very good.
Alright. So,
Alrighty.
yeah. It looks like we are currently setting up for the JSRF, the Jet Set Radio Future 2v2 lockout bingo in here. We've got some amazing teams in here. We also still have a bid war for this. Let me see how we're currently standing on this bid war. So, if you want to start this bid war, you better be fast. Because currently, for the Jet Set Radio Future character choice, we've got $10 for Rift, $5 for Poison Gem, $1 for Laugh Shockers, and $0 for Rapid 99. If you want to change anything in this bid war, then you need to get your donation in right now. Because this bid war is going to close any second now. And when this bid war closes, there's that's it. You can't change anything anymore. So if you want to see a different character, then you need to donate now.
Indeed, click on the button below the stream or type !donate in chat. Don't hesitate, it's the last chance of doing this.
Indeed.
Also, speaking of donations, you know that you can win prizes.
Prizes, you say?
Prizes. Amazing prizes. Our dear partners, Team 17, they are they have been long-running partners for Bingothon. They offer great game packs. I can't read them out all in detail. You can look them up in the prizing page, but you can win a bunch of different bundles for just an accumulative amount of $25 and a mega bundle even for a total donated $50 across the entire event. That's pretty amazing. Also, Mario Strikers Battle League is also in the prize pool for $50 in total. That's, that is almost the best prize, but of course the very best prize that you are legally obliged to donate towards is once again the one and only, actually it's two and onlyest Bingothon mugs in the neutral design and the summer theme design. So $5 makes you eligible for those. These are amazing mugs. I drink my team out of them a lot, and I can wholeheartily recommend one for you. And also I can recommend donating for Bingothon because it's a great cause. We are raising funds for Doctors Without Borders. They're doing an amazing work.
But Zed, the real question is now,
yes,
which mug is the best mug?
Oh, that's a question. Well, I would say, of course, the best mug is the Bingothon mug. But the problem is, they're all Bingothon mugs. Well, I'm a huge fan of our, neutral design. That one right here, I posted it in chat.
Nice.
But the other ones are also they're all so awesome. And let's say mugs are just in general, they are the best. Just don't get mugged.
Yeah, getting mugged is bad, but getting a mug is good. That you could probably almost do that into a tongue twister as well.
That's the motto of Bingothon.
Yeah, so much for tongue twisters now. But yeah, it looks like Tech is still setting up the current run. And oh nope, we are indeed ready. So having said that, we will see you very soon on the other side. If you want to snipe the bid war, now's your chance, guys. Hop onto it right now. Yeah, we will see you on the other side for the JSRF 2v2 lockout bingo. Do not go
Let's go.
anywhere.